exponent properties. Power of a quotient property. So this question here says, simplify the expression using the power of a quotient exponent property. And here's the expression, 60 to the third power divided by 4 to the third power. Now, in a few minutes, I'm going to explain what this power of a quotient property is and what it does. But first, I'm going to focus on the simplify part. So the first step that I'm going to do is write out this 60 to the third power and write out this 4 to the third power. So the 60 to the third power we know is equal to 60 times 60 times 60 because you're multiplying 60 by itself 3 times. And this 4 to the third power is 4 times 4 times 4. Now, we're dividing this 60 times 60 times 60 by the 4 times 4 times 4. So I'm going to write a division symbol and some parentheses so that we know what we're dividing by what. Now the next step I'm going to do is write this as a fraction. So I'm going to write it as 60 times 60 times 60, and then it's going to be over the 4 times 4 times 4. Now something to notice here is that this expression is equivalent to 60 over 4 times 60 over 4 times 60 over 4. I'm not sure what happened to my multiplication sign there. Okay. Now, we know that we are multiplying this one value, 60 divided by 4, by itself 3 times. So, we can again rewrite this as 60 over 4 to the third power. Now I'm going to clear everything so I have more space to write. But this is the power of a quotient exponent property. It says that when you have an x and you divide it by a y, and then you raise both of those powers to a z, it is equivalent to an x, the x to the z, divided by y to the z, assuming that y is a non-zero value. So, this 60 divided by 4, I can rewrite it so that it's clearer to see. 60 divided by 4 to the third power is equivalent to like the 60 being the x, the 4 being the y, the 3 being the z. This little z, little z. And here again, this is the x divided by a y, and then you're raising it to the z. Let's try a few more example problems. Rewrite the expression 10 divided by 8 to the 4th power. And I'm going to use the power of a quotient property, even though it doesn't say it here, because that's what we're working on right now. So it's going to be 10 to the 4th power divided by 8 to the 4th power, because this 10 is our x, this 8 is our y, and this 4 is our z. So x divided by y to the z is equal to x to the z divided by y to the z. So this is 10 to the 4th power divided by 8 to the 4th power. This can really help us to simplify exponential problems. And let's rewrite another expression just to be comfortable with this. So 40 divided by 6 to the 2nd power. Now it's really easy to rewrite this. We know that we could just do 40 to the 2nd power divided by 6 to the 2nd power. And if we wanted, we could write this out like 40 to the 2nd power. I think that's 1600. And then divided by 6 to the 2nd power, which is 36. And if you wanted, you could get out a calculator and then solve that. I'm not going to right now because we have already simplified this expression.